A first for a UN peacekeeping mission. Chinese soldiers are taking a new step forward.
At the invitation of the UN and with the approval of the State Council and the Central Military Commission, China will send a 700-person infantry battalion to undertake a peacekeeping mission in South Sudan. The battalion will be equipped with light weapons for self-defense, armored personnel carriers, helmets, and bulletproof vests. Their mandate is to protect civilians, UN staff, and humanitarian workers, and to perform patrol and security duties.
South Sudan is caught up in violence and chaos. Fighting, killing, and kidnapping happen all too often. And South Sudan is also an oil supplier for many countries. The UN has approved plans to nearly double the number of peacekeepers there. And China wants to better protect its interests overseas.
Chinese peacekeepers will strictly abide by international law and stick to their mandate. They will provide protection to the local people, as well as personnel from other countries engaged in peaceful activities in the area, including economic development.
China's international peacekeeping mission started in the 1990s. To date, more than 22,000 Chinese have served in 23 UN missions. Nearly 2,000 personnel are currently deployed overseas, mainly in Africa. The country is now the biggest contributor among all permanent members of the UN Security Council. During an inspection at the peacekeeping center in Beijing in June last year, the UN chief asked China to do
For the rapid growth of mobile users
China
and
is
their
a
reliance
rising
on cloud services.
Country now in terms of political profile and economic and social development. That also requires corresponding responsibility for world peace and development. In that regard, I count on China's continuing contribution.
China's mission in South Sudan might be seen as a departure from its traditional policy of non-interference. The new challenge for the PLA could mean more sacrifices. The road to peace is never easy.
Authorities have launched intensive in southern China with 1,400 new infection cases reported in the province of Guangdong this week alone. And this takes the total number of infections to 7,500. 3 people have died so far. 17 of the province's 21 cities have reported cases of dengue fever. The virus is transmitted by mosquitoes and hits mostly tropical and subtropical regions. The symptoms include high fever, nausea, rashes, and headaches. It can cause severe internal bleeding as the blood vessels collapse. And the provincial capital of Guangzhou is the worst-hit city with over 6,000 reported cases. Authorities have launched intensive operations to eradicate mosquitoes. Xu Geng has the story.
Intensifying efforts against dengue fever. Recent dengue outbreak in Guangzhou is considered the worst in 20 years.
We do the spraying twice a week to exterminate mosquitoes. For areas that collect pools of water and garbage, we do it every 2 days.
Mosquitoes that transmit the dengue virus are often found in waters on rooftops and underground. Authorities say older towns are at higher risk.
Most cases occurred in the old towns, where puddles could be seen everywhere due to frequent rain. Nobody cleans them up, since residents there have moved to new communities. Thus, the old towns have breeding grounds for mosquitoes.
These mosquitoes can thrive in just about any pool of stagnant water. For that reason, even small garden pots at home can turn into breeding grounds.
People should avoid keeping aquatic plants. For those who keep them, they should change the water more frequently.
Early symptoms of dengue fever are similar to flu. Doctors say with prompt treatment, most affected patients can recover within 10 days.
Early symptoms of dengue fever include general weakness, especially joint pains and backache. 3 to 4 days later, there will be skin rash over the body. Once the rash appears, you should see the doctor immediately.
Authorities in Guangzhou have increased efforts ahead of the National Day holiday and hope to contain the virus within 2 to 3 weeks. Xu Geng, CCTV.